Time for even more Mario Kart. We've got another DLC pack, and I get to play as Dry Bowser.
Of course.
Yeah.
He looks awesome in this.
He does look fucking cool. What I like in particular is that his back glows as you're driving along.
Yeah. And it glows brighter whenever you do a trick or use a mushroom.
Yeah. Now, this first track, Baby Park. This is such a fun track. I know a lot of people, it's very divisive as to either you love it or you hate it. I love this course so much.
I like it, but I don't love it. Like, I like that it's unique in that you can go around 7 times in it, but it's just one loop.
Yeah,
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, I love how absolutely chaotic it is. Like, it's granted it's not quite as chaotic in this version as it is in Double Dash, but just when you got so many items flying around and shit, and you're just swerving in and out of things.
Stephen, when you said it was gorgeous, it really does captivate the whole details of it, doesn't it? Just look at it. Like, the background looks really interesting, bright and vibrant.
Yeah, that's something this game does really well, the use of colour.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's great having, like, just generally high definition and shit, but what really makes the game pop is the art style, and this just does it so well.
There's so much going on in the background. It's like, I want to see all that's going on.
It's something else that I really like, just having this extra world outside just the course you're on. Like, this is a fully developed theme park that you're in, and it just works really well, I think.
And you got a roller coaster going overhead.
Yeah, like, granted there's probably some safety concerns about having the roller coaster so close to the racetrack, but
Who cares? It's Mario Kart.
Do you think the 3DS version's colours and textures are a bit saturated out compared to this?
7.
Yeah.
It's 7, I think, for what it does, it looks nice enough.
Yeah.
It's just, this is a new level of visual quality to me.
Yeah.
Like, this is my favourite game to look at next to
Yeah,
maybe
I
Unleashed.
saw on Twitter that you was complaining about the DS being like put on the Wii U. Is it something to do with like the graphics?
Well, it's not the DS's graphics itself, because for DS graphics they look pretty good.
Yeah.
The problem is that, and this is for a lot of the games that are on the Wii U's Virtual Console, for some reason they all come out looking really dark compared to the original copies. Like, they've put some sort of filter over it, which is really... it feels weird that they've done that.
I can understand what you mean, but that shouldn't account for everything with the game. Like, the gameplay should sell you on it, not just...
Yeah, like, if you want to play that game, then fair enough, having it on the Wii U, that's good. I just think it's a really bizarre and kind of off-putting decision that Nintendo have made.
You can't win them all, can you, sadly, so...
I just wish that Nintendo would not do that, you know?
Yeah, but I'll just be content that they've got like a DS game on like Wii U in the first place. So like, how's that possible that they've got DS games on the Wii U? How do they even do that?
Well, it's something that they probably could have done like beforehand, but now because they've got the gamepad, like they've got a big screen and a touch screen, so it's more like playing a DS but on the TV, which I think that's a good idea actually, because I know you can emulate DS games to varying quality these days, but like having the actual touchscreen, that's a cool idea.
What does the 3DS have on its eShop? Does it have SNES? What else does it have? Or does it just only go up the SNES?
It doesn't have Super Nintendo. Well, the 3DS one, it's NES and it's got a lot. Yeah. Well, no, it hasn't got Game Boy Advance. It's got Game Boy and Game Boy Color. It feels weird that they haven't done Game Boy Advance really, because there's Game Boy Advance games on the Wii U.
So could you play Pokemon Red on the 3DS?
Pokemon games aren't on there, which is probably because they've not got the link cables and shit. But
yeah, but then you can just easily work around that.
Probably, but
like, who really uses the link cables? Like, aside from when they originally came out.
True. But to get back on topic, what do we think of Cheeseland?
It's really cheesy.
Yeah, cheesier than Wham record. But it's a Super Circuit track, and initially, even though I've played Super Circuit, I didn't quite clock on that it was that level because of how much detail they've put into this part of it.
Oh yeah, because the GBA circuit, visually it's not really impressive, is it? It's just, it kind of looks like, you know, like when they try and show someone's face but they can't, and they like pixelate it out.
Yeah,
it looks like that, doesn't it?
It's kind of the Game Boy Advance thing in general, but Super Circuit, I don't particularly like Super Circuit. It's not horrible, but it's not really a fun Mario Kart either because it's like the perspective it's at. It feels a little bit weird to play, but some of the cool settings and that, like this one, Cheese Land, and also what's it called, Ribbon Road or whatever.
Ribbon
Road.
That they're cool themes, and I'm glad that they've been brought into a better game now. Because I like that when there's stuff from a weaker game that they then bring back in a better one, so you can experience it properly. But Cheese Land, we drove past it. I didn't notice until I was playing with Tom the other day, but there's some like pizza slices in the background as like mountains and shit. It's the amount of details they went to. Again, like I was saying in Baby Park, it's just having this whole world around the course that just makes it feel so much more involving.
Wild Woods just looks massive.
Yeah, it's actually, it reminds me of one of the places from Hyrule Warriors. I think it's like the third or fourth area.
Yeah, we played that. It was Kakariki Woods or Kakori Woods.
It's the colour scheme, I think, more than anything.
Yeah.
The fact that there's these darker greens that look so nice with the like wooden areas.
Wild Woods, I think that was a stage in like Wario game or Toad's. Was it Toad's Wild Woods or?
I can't think of one. Of
Yeah,
the
I remember that. It was like the puzzle game that Toad was in.
Oh, Treasure Tracker, you're thinking?
It was like either a NES or SNES game.
No, I was thinking about Treasure Tracker, which that looks like an interesting game. I'm not sure how.
You on about Captain Toad?
Yeah.
No, he has had a spin-off game, but it was like on the NES and that. Some people probably know like watching this.
Yeah, maybe. I haven't really followed that many of the Mario spin-offs really. Like for Mario, for me, Mario Kart is where it's at.
I just found it on the wiki.
The aesthetics of this level sort of reminds me of Mushroom Gorge.
A little bit, kind of more enclosed.
It's sort of like with this glowy area, like when you're hopping over the mushrooms.
Yeah, I think this level it's got much nicer kind of overall atmosphere to it because it's like a lot more of it's deeper in the woods than whereas Mushroom Gorge is more outside.
Is White Forest in SA2?
Yeah,
It reminds me of that a little bit.
a little bit. White Forest,
The outside
White
bit.
Jungle.
The White Jungle,
Yeah, that I think that was the Shadow one. I'll get maybe more Green Forest, except Green Forest hasn't got as much brown as this level has. But forest levels can look really pretty.
Why are the green and the White Forest?
It's the same
like
forest.
a green forest.
It is the same
Why
forest.
couldn't it just be called Green Forest?
Well, Green Forest is the one you run through as Sonic, isn't it? So
Yeah, but it's a green forest,
Yeah.
literally.
Just call it Forest.
yeah,
Forest Gump.
yeah. Well, Sonic's running, but
Yeah.
Drive, Forest, drive!
I haven't even seen that film.
I like how Dry Bowser's ribcage sort of separates when he's roaring.
Well, I think is that how ribs work? I don't know much about biology. But
Seems you don't know much about anything.
true. I'm not going to deny any of it.
And who really cares? It's Dry Bowser, he looks great.
Yeah, I don't think like any of the people designing Mario Kart characters have biology degrees, so
I just laugh if like a biologist is like watching this and they're completely disagreeing of like what you're saying. It's I'm not going to watch this again.
I would love to see like a physics professor like deconstruct a Sonic game. Like,
How does a hedgehog go fast?
well, not even that. Just like how if these circumstances were to come together, this isn't how they'd work. Like the one that cracks me up the most, it was the best example of Sonic physics not working. There's this one animated GIF I saw online of it's from Sonic 4, like episode 1 in Splash Hill Zone, and it's Sonic standing on a vertical like wall, just standing there and he's sticking out and he's just tapping his foot like sideways. Good going there, Dims. Anyway, Animal Crossing. This is the course that it's randomly selected, but it will play it at 4 different seasons. There's 4 different variants of it.
Which is good.
Yeah.
I like that.
This, I think, is the kind of autumn sort of
Yeah.
setting.
I actually have Animal Crossing New Leaf on the 3DS.
Is it good?
Yeah, I enjoy it. It's sort of like a simulation in a way. You're the mayor in it, and you basically like pick and choose what stuff can happen in the town, and you can evict citizens when you want. It is a definite incentive to play it because you get new shops, you get new unlocks and new items and that. My turn is nearly complete. I've got 2 more shops to go, but I've got to upgrade the supermarket. But that's what really makes it interesting. Like you're in control of building this town, and it's really fun. But I've gone off it for about a week. I have to check it because they're probably like mentioned to me like one of my citizens have moved, or they just get angry if you don't visit them like regularly.
It's one of them games that you're supposed to like check back on often and keep things up to date. Like I know my Nintendogs have all run away.
What do they run away?
Yeah, I think they like if they haven't been checked on in a while, then they sort of run out of the house and you find them like somewhere in the town or somewhere.
Alright.
It's weird.
You're gonna check back on your town. It's gonna be Nook. It's like, what happened? You weren't here, man.
Yeah.
You didn't see what happened.
Oh yeah, that makes me laugh. I think there was like a Duck League video about Sonic not being fast enough and the animals all die in the canister.
Yeah,
It's like, I had to eat them. Yeah, I had to survive.
Yeah.